Good afternoon and welcome again to Orphan Car Garage YouTube. My name is John. I'm the owner and operator of Orphan Car Garage, and we are located in the little town of Abington, about 30 minutes south of Beantown. The car here we have in front of us fits our portfolio just perfectly for many different reasons, but most notably the fact that it's still an affordable classic car, and that's what we pride ourselves on here at Orphan Car Garage, keeping the classic car hobby affordable. And what better way to do it than with a Corvair? Corvairs are near and dear to me. They always have been. Since early age of 11 or 12 years old, I fell in love with my first Corvair, and I've owned several since the age of 15. So long before Orphan Car Garage was ever started, I've been a fan of this car. But the fact that they are still fairly affordable and a great entry into the classic car hobby makes them a perfect fit here at Orphan Car Garage. But because I know these cars so well, I know what to look for and what to stay away from. So the ones that pass through the doors here are usually good ones. And if they need anything done to them, they get attended to before they're sold and sold off to their next caretaker. This car was no different. So here we have in front of us a very beautiful 1965 Corvair Monza Coupe in crocus yellow. Just a beautiful, beautiful car. This is the second generation Corvair. I'm not going to go into Corvair history with you in this video. We've done that enough here on our YouTube channel. But briefly, two generations of Corvairs, 1960 to 1964, commonly referred to as the earlies in the Corvair hobby. And then the second gen, which is what we have here in front of us, 1965 to 1969, referred to as the lates. This is the first year, late 1965. This is a complete redesign over 1964. If you don't know what a 1964 or previous Corvair looks like, Google it and you'll see what I mean. They bear no resemblance to one another. The 1965 Corvair is a beautiful design. Beautiful. One of the most beautiful designed cars, I believe, to come out of the 1960s. I'm not the only one that feels that way. The automotive press, when these cars were new, gave it high marks on styling, and you can see why. It's a very European, very sleek looking car, and it wasn't expensive. It wasn't expensive, which made it even more impressive. So here we have again a 1965 Monza Coupe in crocus yellow. The Monza was the next step up from the base 500 model, and it gave us some extra trim, some bucket seats, fancier dashboard and steering wheel, rocker panel trim, so forth and so on. Bright trim work here on the roof line. This particular car is in beautiful, beautiful condition, very well kept all its life, very, very clean, solid. Undercarriage that you could eat off of. I have several pictures of the undercarriage I'd be willing to share with any potential buyers. This car is exceptional. Is it an absolute 100-point show car? No. Do we focus on show cars here at Orphan Car Garage? Not generally. What I like to get here are very turnkey, presentable, good-looking classic cars that won't break the bank, that you can get into reliably and drive. This car is a perfect example of that. This is a perfect entry into the classic car hobby. Beautiful original interior on this car. This car has not been restored interior. That's original seat covers. It's got front seat belts. The original back seat, the original carpeting is in great condition. The package tray in the back. This back seat does fold down, which was standard on the Monza, to give you some extra cargo room for those weekends away. Beautiful seat covers. Usually the backs of these seats, because they were exposed to sunlight, dried out and cracked. Beautiful, beautiful condition. And from what I can gather, this is original. Again, front seat belts, front bucket seats. There is a tear here. There's a stress tear here that maybe could be repaired with some good needle and thread. Dashboard, beautiful condition, no clock. You're reminded every day that you didn't pick the clock when you bought one of these new. As you can see, it's a power glide, shifted, 2-speed automatic transmission from the factory. That's a power glide transmission, 2-speed. Original mileage, 49,268. We believe that is original. That's backed up by the title that we have. And the overall condition of the car, the pedals and so forth, lend to the fact that that is original mileage, although I don't have documentation to absolutely undoubtedly prove it. But I believe that it is correct. Door panels, headliner, pillar trim, everything is exceptional on the interior of this car. This crocus yellow is the original color of the car by the code, but this is not the original paint. This car has been repainted, but it was well done. We had the car completely paint corrected. If you don't know what paint correction is, look that up. It's more than just a buffing. It's a several stage process, 2, 3, sometimes 4 stage process to bring back the original luster of older paint. And we have a professional here in-house that does that for us on just about every one of our vintage cars. And the outcome is outstanding. This car is, again, outstanding. The paint quality of this car is great. Not original paint, but in exceptional condition. No scratches or scuff marks, no dings or dents anywhere, no visible rust anywhere on the car, no visible rust. The door jambs in the car, which is a common place for Corvairs to deteriorate. Beautiful, beautiful condition, both sides. Again, that interior, that stunning original interior. Wire wheels, correct for the car with the 3-prong spinners. Very good tires. Those are 185/80 13s. Beautiful chrome. Headlight bezels. Trim still has the red paint and that center trim there on the header bar. Now I will show you, it appears as though the previous owner did some minor repair work down here in the very lower portion of each front fender, and he tried to match the paint as best he could. It appears that the repair is centralized to right here, just the first couple inches from the bottom. This is a common area for late model Corvairs to deteriorate as pine needles and leaves and things go down here through the cowl and finally settle here and clog the drain for the rocker panel, and it becomes a sponge. So it's very, very common to see some deterioration on the lower fenders of a late model Corvair. So if you're looking at late model Corvairs for sale, you definitely want to check that. This has been repaired on both sides, about the same condition on both sides. Really not that noticeable until you get up close to it. There again you see, but that's the only place on the car that I could see any previous corrosion damage that has been repaired. The rest of the car appears to have all its original sheet metal and is in beautiful condition. Again, the undercarriage is beyond perfect, and I have pictures of the undercarriage for any interested buyers. This car has the upgraded 110 horsepower 6-cylinder engine. Pretty common fare on the late model Corvairs. Many of them have that engine over the base 95 horsepower. Very, very clean engine bay. Carburetors have been replaced, new fuel pump. Battery is not that old. We're going to change the oil before it goes to the next owner. Original jacking instructions still stuck to the factory installation. Very, very tidy, clean engine bay. The car runs as good as it looks, and I will do a separate video of the car running after this one. Beautiful chrome trim. So this car is completely drivable as is. You really don't need to do anything to it. This is the perfect entry-level vintage car. Perfect. Someone that doesn't have a lot of money to spend, doesn't want to deal with a project, doesn't want to have to do a lot of immediate repairs. This car is perfect for entry-level collector trying to get into the market. This is a great investment opportunity. These late model Corvairs are rising in value, getting a lot of good press with Hemmings and Jay Leno, auto auctions and such. You can look for yourself, just don't take my word for it. These cars are starting to come into their own after decades of kind of languishing. I'm glad that's happening. These cars deserve this recognition. They really, really do. Just look at that. So Orphan Car Garage, revolutionizing the way the vintage car market is handled, and we keep everything affordable. If I can't sell a car affordably, a little bit under the mark of everybody else, I probably won't sell it. This car we're able to do it with. This car, today only, Orphan Car Garage, the no haggle, out the door, no negotiation price, $8,900. $8,900 for this stunning 1965 Corvair Monza Coupe, completely turnkey ready. Get in it, drive it anywhere. You'll be the envy of your neighborhood and the next Cars and Coffee. Give me a call, 508-954-8090. My name is John. My website is orphancargarage.com. Find us on Facebook. Like us here on YouTube. I'm always posting cool stuff like this. Nothing generally lasts long, so I will give you that heads up. Again, 508-954-8090. My name is John. 1965, gorgeous crocus yellow Corvair Monza Coupe, $8,900. I'm giving this car away, folks.